Hello, I'm Sneha Koshi presenting the 4 MLAs who had supposedly thwarted an attempt to buy them out. Telangana Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao said he had more than an hour of hidden camera footage that implicated the BJP. He played 5 minutes of the tapes at the news conference. If we could play those visuals out from the news conference, he scaled up his attack on the BJP and Prime Minister Narendra Modi, alleging that Delhi brokers tried to bribe the 4 MLAs of his Telangana Rashtriya Samiti party. In video, they claim the Chief Minister of Telangana has said that in video, they claim, that is the agents claim, that BJP has dethroned 8 governments and is now in the process of dethroning 4 governments. Process on to topple Rajasthan, Delhi, Telangana, Andhra governments. Won't stay quiet if they try to topple our government. KCR hits out at the BJP. Let's listen to what he has to say, followed by what Uma Sudhir has been reporting from the ground.
They openly say in this video, we have already dethroned 8 governments and how we conducted the operations. Now we are in the process of dethroning 4 governments. That is Telangana, Delhi, Andhra and Rajasthan.
आज भी दीदी तुम्हारे 40 विधायक मेरे संपर्क में है आज भी.
At the end of the day, for Munugod Bipole, Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao holding an emergency sudden press conference in which he made rather explosive kind of allegations. He in fact said that there is a threat to the democracy in the country and he was going to present videotapes to show that as evidence. In fact, in the press conference itself, he played out the videotapes. He said there is about 3 hours of footage, about 1.5 hours of it had been edited into, and that has been sent not just to the Chief Justice of India and also the High Court here where it is being presented as evidence, and he said he is also sending it to the Supreme Court judges, all the judges of the Supreme Court, all the chief justices of all the states, and also the political party leaders, their presidents, as well as the chief ministers of all the states. And what the chief minister made this out to be is a major conspiracy to try and topple elected governments. And he said from the audio conversations and video conversations that have been recorded now and are being presented as evidence, he claimed that the 3 people who were accused and who were arrested by the Cyberabad police and are now in jail in Hyderabad, that they had spoken about attempt to topple at least 4 state governments, Telangana, Delhi, Andhra Pradesh and Rajasthan. And he also said that they claim to have been involved in earlier operations, Operation Kamal or Operation Lotus as it is called, of trying to buy out or purchase MLAs from the other party in order to try and topple the government. And apparently they had said that in Karnataka as well they were involved in the operation and that they had taken the MLAs from there to Madras and from there to Mumbai and subsequently kept them in resorts as well. They have also made certain other bombastic claims, including saying that they were traveling around in chartered planes and that they had been commissioned by the central BJP leadership to indulge in these kind of operations throughout the country. So while there is multiple times mention, as the Chief Minister quoted the tapes and said that there is multiple times mention of Tushar Vellapalli, who is a leader from Kerala, who in fact had contested as a BJP candidate against Rahul Gandhi in Wayanad, and he also made a mention of BL Santosh being quoted time and again, who is the organizing secretary of the BJP, and he says the name of Amit Shah comes up 20 times and the name of the Prime Minister comes up at least about 3 times. And he said that from the conversations, one could surmise that all of them were involved in these kind of purchasing kind of an attempt. But what I must point out is that the BJP has stoutly denied any connection with any of these leaders, and they have in fact said that these 3 people do not belong to the BJP, nor have they been given any kind of a general power of attorney to act on behalf of the BJP, and therefore they are denying any link with this. And even earlier, we have not got a reaction post these tapes, but even earlier when the audio leaks had happened, they had said that this entire thing, as they called it, a drama enacted by the Chief Minister, and said that this is something for which he has scripted, directed and produced by the Chief Minister is what they had said. But the Chief Minister certainly suggesting that this is something that is caught which is very explosive and needs further investigation. So he's appealed, in fact, to the judiciary to say that whenever there is a threat to democracy, we knock the doors of the judiciary, and he hopes that this time too that will happen.
And now to elections in Gujarat. The election dates for Gujarat have been announced. It's a two-phase poll. The voting will be held on 1st and 5th December, results on the 8th of December, while Congress has attacked the Election Commission for being biased. The Election Commission has claimed it's 100% unbiased, and BJP says it will be back in power, while Aam Aadmi Party leader Arvind Kejriwal promptly posts a video in Gujarati. Clearly, poll shots have begun.
It should have been a routine press conference to announce the Gujarat election dates.
Date of poll would be 1st and 5th, with the date of counting to coincide with Himachal Pradesh on 8th of December.
But the Election Commission had to face tough questions. The delay, opposition claimed, allowed the Prime Minister to extend his spree of government inaugurations and election-style rallies in Gujarat. The Election Commission, though, denied bias.
चुनाव आयोग की निष्पक्षता, चुनाव आयोग की धारणा, और मैं इसमें कहना चाहूंगा हमारे लिए नई बात नहीं है, ये एक लीगेसी है, और ये इतनी प्राउड लीगेसी है इस कंट्री की, जितने भी पूर्व के, आज तो चुनाव आयोग बना नहीं है, जितने भी रिजल्ट्स हमारे पूर्ववर्तियों ने दिए हैं, ये उसी की स्ट्रेंथ है.
While the ruling BJP welcomed the dates,
कि जब जब बीजेपी आई है तो विकास हुआ है, जब जब बीजेपी आई है, और जब जब दूसरी पार्टी आई है तो विकास रुका है. मैं गलत तो नहीं बोल रहा हूं, काम रोका है कि नहीं रोका है? तो उनको आप घर बैठाइए और इनको आप काम दीजिए और अपना विकास करवाइए, इसके लिए आप आगे बढ़िए.
the Congress kept up its criticism, mocking the Election Commission for the delay in a sarcastic tweet.
तारीख क्यों नहीं आ रही थी, ये सबसे बड़ा सवाल है. और रोज प्रधानमंत्री जी कहीं न कहीं गुजरात में जाके यहाँ तक कि जो राजकीय शोक होना था मोरबी का, उस तक को टाल दिया गया कि पहले मोदी जी अपने सारे रिबन काट दें, नई नई वेशभूषा में दिन में 3 बार आएं, रिबन काटें और घोषणाएं करें और उसके बाद चुनाव की तिथि घोषित. तो ऐसे कभी होता है क्या?
But Aam Aadmi Party chief Arvind Kejriwal, in a twist, released a video in Gujarati in which he requested voters to give Aam Aadmi Party a chance.
તમે મને તમારો ભાઈ માનો છો ને, આપના પરિવારનો હિસ્સો માનો છો ને, મને આટલો પ્રેમ કરવા બદલ ખૂબ ખૂબ આભાર. હું આપને વચન આપું છું કે તમારો ભાઈ બનીને તમારા પરિવારની જવાબદારી સંભાળીશ.
Within moments of the dates being announced, Home Minister Amit Shah kicked off a 3-day strategy session at the BJP headquarters in Gandhinagar. In Morbi, where the tragedy has cast a long shadow over the elections, locals said the bridge collapse will definitely have an impact on the polls.
मोरबी की जनता ने देखा है कि इधर क्या हुआ है, इसके लिए मोरबी की जनता समझदार है कि किसको वोट देना चाहिए, नहीं देना चाहिए, क्या है क्या नहीं है, वो सब स्थितियां को एक बार समझ के मोरबी की जनता जो भी डिसाइड करेगी वो सही रहेगा. लेकिन इधर जो हादसा हुआ है वो तो हम लोग इधर दुखदाई है, हम लोग इधर प्रेजेंट थे.
With the entrance of the Aam Aadmi Party hotting things up, interesting thing would be to see whether it eats into the votes of the BJP in urban pockets or the Aam Aadmi Party, as we've usually seen, decimates the Congress in its strongholds. But for a state which has always seen Modi as the big factor, this time in the shadow of the Morbi bridge collapse, the question would be whether it is Modi or Morbi factor which is going to rule the elections. With camera person Pawan, Ankit Tyagi in Ahmedabad, NDTV.
And 5 days since the tragic collapse of Morbi Bridge in Gujarat, all search operations have been now officially stopped. All the teams, rescue and search teams have been directed to leave for their respective bases with immediate effect. Joining us for more on this is my colleague Tanushree Pandey. Tanushree, what is the situation on the ground? Are there no more missing complaints? What are the officials talking about? What could have been perhaps concerns over unaccounted bodies by some?
That's right, Sneha. In fact, just a short while back, the relief commissioner, the fire services chief, and the collector of Morbi. They held a press conference and they declared that the search operations and the recovery operations in River Machu, where in Morbi, where the suspension bridge collapsed on Sunday, that has been officially declared over. It's after 4 days that the administration finally took this call. There was an apprehension that there can be more dead bodies under the muddy water, unaccounted for people, but finally the administration said that we do not have a single missing persons report. And yes, when we categorically asked them as to if they are 100% sure about it, that there cannot be any dead body under the bridge, under the water, under the river, river bed. The administration said, Sneha, that this was an accident, and if there is any dead body which is trapped and it comes out after months, in that case, we cannot say, but as far as our search operations are concerned, our divers are concerned, we are most certain that there is no dead body trapped inside the riverbed or the muddy water. So that is what they are saying as of now. But we definitely met a person, who came to the accident site saying that his family member is still missing. The rescue, in fact, the relief commissioner took the details of that man to verify all his details. So yes, the situation on the ground right now is that as you rightly mentioned, all the teams, the search operation teams and the defense units have been asked to return to their bases with immediate effect. The place has been now asked to be vacated. And as of now, the death toll stands at 135. More than hundreds were injured. This was one of the most intense search operations which we have ever seen in our country in the recent times. But your question about, if there can be more unaccounted for dead bodies, that answer is still not being answered by the administration clearly, but they are saying that they are most certain at this point of time that there is no dead body under the muddy water which can be trapped.
Right. Thank you, Tanushree. You, of course, have been on ground zero at Morbi, giving us all the details. Intense search operation, but tragic bridge collapse. And moving on, the Jharkhand Chief Minister Hemant Soren has refused to appear before the Enforcement Directorate after being issued summons in connection with an alleged money laundering case linked to coal mining. Responding to the summons, Mr. Soren said he has no fear. Mr. Soren faces disqualification as MLA on BJP's complaint for granting himself a mining lease while holding office in 2021. Let's listen into these reactions.
अगर इतना बड़ा जुर्म किया है तो ऐसा करो, तुम आओ और हमको अरेस्ट करके दिखाओ तो हमने किसकी हत्या की, कौन सा गुनाह किया है, सम्मान क्यों बेचते हो? अगर हमने गुनाह किया है तो पूछताछ क्यों करते हो? सीधा अरेस्ट करके दिखाओ, फिर इस राज का जनता जवाब। इससे हम घबरा नहीं रहे हैं, इससे बल्कि हम और तब के निकल रहे हैं और जब ऐसे विपरीत परिस्थिति आती है, झारखंड मुक्ति मोर्चा और मजबूती के साथ आगे बढ़ता है। हमें लड़ने का और ताकत मिलता है, हमारे लोग और ताकतवर होते हैं। मैं तो यहाँ से कहता हूँ, गुजरात में रहने वाले हमारे आदिवासी भाइयों, समझ जाओ और एक भी आदिवासी सीट भारतीय जनता पार्टी को ना जाए, इसका संकल्प।
And if you thought you are breathing bad, it will only get worse in Delhi NCR. With the air quality index likely to dip to severe plus category, stage 4 anti-pollution curbs have kicked in. Only essential goods trucks allowed and schools likely to be closed.
With a thick layer of smog covering Delhi this morning, parents concerned about their school-going children exposed to hazardous air as levels of the lethal PM 2.5 pollutant shot up to emergency levels, 100 times the World Health Organization's safe limit.
सॉल्यूशन तो यही है कि स्कूल्स में अगर कहूँ तो बंद कर देने चाहिए कुछ टाइम के लिए, क्योंकि इतना पॉल्यूशन है, हमारे लिए ही सांस लेना मुश्किल हो गया है।
सबसे अच्छा सॉल्यूशन है ऑनलाइन क्लासेस वापस से रिज्यूम कर दीजिए। ऐसे में तो मतलब बच्चों की रोज़ हम लोग डॉक्टर के पास जा के परेशान है, कभी ब्रीथिंग इश्यूज हो रहा है, कभी बुखार आ रहा है, कभी कुछ हो रहा है।
स्कूल बंद करना इज नॉट अ सोल्यूशन। अब ये तो ब्रॉडर इश्यूज है। अब इसमें तो गवर्नमेंट्स को कुछ मेजर्स लेने चाहिए कि पोल्यूशन कैसे रिड्यूस कर पाएंगे गवर्नमेंट्स।
While a prominent Delhi school, Shriram, has already switched to the online mode at least for tomorrow, several others have imposed restrictions on outdoor activities in view of the plunging air quality.
बच्चे बाहर ही नहीं जा पा रहे हैं, बाहर प्रैक्टिस नहीं कर पा रहे हैं स्टेज के ऊपर। हमने एनुअल डे को भी थोड़े लेट करने की सोचे हैं। मास्क बच्चे जनरली N95 की तरफ शिफ्ट हो गए हैं।
But this is not just a Delhi crisis. 119 of over 170 cities monitored have poor quality air. The worst are the northern cities. It is bright and sunny in Lucknow right now, but sometimes these appearances can be very deceptive, especially when air pollution is concerned. For instance, the air that we breathe in Lucknow is as much of a health emergency as it is in, say, a New Delhi, where the focus on these issues is much more. Lucknow's average PM 2.5 level this morning was 259, lesser than Delhi, but bad enough to cause significant discomfort. The city's homeless bear the brunt of killer air, but say they have few options.
साहब रहा जाता है यहीं पर, मान के चलो दवा इलाज होता है कि अगर आया तो मान चलो मेडिकल से दवा ले ले। बड़े डॉक्टर के यहाँ जा नहीं सकते हैं, उतना पैसा है नहीं तो जा कहाँ सकते हैं। मेडिकल स्टोर से दवा ले लेंगे, किसी में गुजारा कर लेते हैं।
A few kilometers away, at this prominent Lucknow school, parents say they are concerned about the growing pollution.
In last few days, I am seeing the health of my child and including me that we are not feeling well, and cough and cold, and this is because of only the pollution.
Apart from children, the elderly are among the most vulnerable to health risks of air pollution.
Well, immediately after Diwali, in fact the very next day, I felt this choking in the throat, and then I contracted fever as well as sore throat. I'm feeling that as if pollution is choking me.
We really need to have proper this thing, you know. We should be taken care of.
You're feeling chest pain, wheezing. What is it?
Yeah. Wheezing and chest pain, and that cold and cough is not going. It's so uncomfortable. The whole day you're taking medicines and steroids. It's not right.
Mr. Jain's case is classical example of what we've been experiencing in the last few days. And please note, he's never had wheezing in the past. He's not a known asthmatic. So this is the first time he's had a problem like this, and I'm having to add nebulizers for his treatment, and also steroids, because that's the only way I feel he'll recover.
Here's the thing. The pollution is terrible today because the PM 2.5 levels shot up to almost 100 times the safe limit set by the World Health Organization. However, Delhi's annual average of the PM 2.5 is also 20 times the safe limit, which is why action against pollution needs the same focus 24/7 that we are seeing today, so that the children of the national capital do not have to choke in poisonous air. With Alok Pandey in Lucknow and camera person Kanan Patra in New Delhi, Vedant for NDTV.
Well, I guess it's time to mask up, and not for COVID-19 alone this time. That's all we have in this bulletin. Thank you for watching.